Does this administration have you in a panic mode, uncertainty, or you're just not sure of what you need to do about your next level or anyone? So, hey, hello. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the 7 mistakes that you should never make in starting a business, in growing a business, or anything pertaining to business. This is not going to be you because you're going to get out here and you're going to build those ideas to the next level. You're going to build those businesses that you want to build. This administration is not going to stop you. No, 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 not you. It may try to stop someone else, but it's not going to stop you because you are going to know. You're going to have the encouraged mindset. You're going to have the mindset to do great things. You're going to have the mindset to just say, I am not defeated. You're going to develop the mindset of taking action, and you're not going to sit back and allow anyone with the IQ of this administration, the leader of this administration, have on a people that he's trying to bring down that your ancestors built. They built this country. Did you know that? Don't let anybody tell you differently. They want to take everything that you learned in the past about what your ancestors did. For those that look like me, okay? Nothing against my other races that listen to me. Nothing against you. But right now, this is personal, okay? So I want the people that are of my descent, I want you to know that you have what it takes. No matter what they try to take from you, no matter what they try to come up come up with, you can make it. And these are the mistakes that I don't want you to make because they're telling you different things that will kind of like stop you in your tracks and make you second guess what you want to do. But we're not having it, okay? We're not going to have it. I am passionate about this and we're not going to have it. What you're going to do is you're going to believe in yourself. 2, you're going to take action. 3, and you're going to get yourself together to make sure that you won't have these obstacles that they're trying to throw in your way. I don't care what they try to throw in your way. You don't need the DEI. You need your intellectual mind. You need your intellectual property. That's what you need. And mainly God. So all this other stuff is irrelevant. Because see, any of us can go to sleep tonight and not wake up in the morning. Any of us can have a tragic accident in any size, shape, form, or fashion. So we're not going to sit here and allow someone that has the brain of a gnat to determine your future, to determine your next generation, determine your future and your next generation and your next generation and next generation. Okay. But I always say to any of you, hey, some of you voted for it. So you get what you vote for. Okay. All right. So we're not going to even talk about that, but we're going to go get right into how we cannot make the mistakes because we all know a mistake can stop us in our tracks. A mistake can slow us down, but these are the mistakes that we don't want to make. So we won't even have this to even worry about. We can go ahead and get our life going, and we won't waste any time, especially worrying about what's going on with this administration. Okay, so one of the first thing is about this whole situation is we in starting a business, growing a business, and if you are in the category of already in business, we got some for you too. So just hang around and listen. This is going to be 7 and we are going to talk about them. Okay. Improper legal structure of your business. This is just one. Just don't have an improper legal structure of your business because you're going to miss out on contracts. Yes, because there are things set in place, just making sure that you don't have the opportunity because really a lot of them know the behavior of us we're not forward thinking people. Let's keep it real. And don't get upset with me. This just is what it is. Studies have shown we are not paying attention to the things that are important. We love the entertainment more than we love knowledge. We love entertainment more than we love educating ourselves. Not everybody, I'm not talking about everybody, but a lot of you do. So the mass majority of you don't want to. You want it handed to you. You don't want to work for it. You don't want to pay for it, but you would give someone in the designer industry and someone that has luxury, goods and services, you will put that priority over your brain power, learning and being, intellectual knowledge. You will put money into things that's going to make the outside look good, but then the inside, you need therapy, you need everything else because you're a hot mess. Okay. So we don't want to continue being that way. We want to be prepared for any opportunity that can come our way. We don't want to be in a position to say, oh, okay, well, see, they weren't even prepared, so how are we going to give it to them? You don't want them to have that option to say that to you. No, you don't. Okay. Now, next mistake that you definitely don't need to make, it is partly what I just got through talking about. Not creating a business plan. Don't sit here and be ill prepared for any opportunities. A lot of you reach me about grants. I want a grant, Cindy. I want a grant. Ask you, do you have a business plan? No. You don't even want to pay for nobody to write your business plan. So guess what? You won't get there. If you don't do it yourself and take the time, you won't get there. So stop being so cheap. You spend money with what you want to spend it on. Get help with getting your business plan created. Okay? It is very imperative. You won't get a grant without one. Okay? You won't get a grant without one. Now, the next mistake that you should not be trying to make out here is incorrectly pricing your products and services. If you want to stay in business, you are going to have to sit down and find out what it's going to cost you to produce. Let's say, for instance, if you got a product, I'm gonna use me an example. If I'm making a body butter, okay, I have a body butter line, have hair care line, okay. If I don't know what those ingredients cost me, pricing things correctly, finding out, okay, the raw ingredients, what is this going to cost me to make this product? I got to find out how much it's going to cost me, and then I have to price my products accordingly. There's some more factors in that too. That's not the only thing, but I'm just giving you as an example to make it real short and sweet, okay? But that's more of the information is in a one-on-one with me or in a course, okay, that break down the whole thing to you. But you're not pricing your products and your services correctly. Just like a lot of times, I know in the past I have been generous to people that come to me and want me to help them with their business. I've even sometimes lowered the prices as low as I could get it, and sometimes they still don't do right. But anyway, not trying to put anybody's business out there on Front Street. I'm just saying, what I do know is you have got to know what is the value of what you're offering someone, and then how it's going to benefit you, because it's nothing like underpricing something that you're selling and then you dreading, darn, I underpriced myself, and then you dreading it. You don't want to ruin your reputation, but at the same time you saying to myself, I should have charged much more than this. So you didn't correctly price your products or your services, and that way you end up frustrated. So you don't want to do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, okay? And if they don't have the money to pay what you've determined your products and your services to be, then hey, hit the road, jack. Go somewhere else. But do not keep coming down on your prices to satisfy a customer, because a lot of times the customers don't understand your value because they are not sitting there doing the work. Okay, and that's why they reached out to you, because they 9 times out of 10, a lot of them don't want to do the work, and then don't be bothered with clients that know more than you. And then they go and talk to everybody in the world. Well, so and so said this about this. Well, go to so and so and let them help you with your business. So that's where I am now when it comes out to people bringing me other things about other people. And the people that are asking, they are not even in business. They don't even know how to start a business, but they go around and chew up information, get information from here, there, and everywhere. And be selective of who you deal with, just to throw that in as a caveat. Be selective of the customers you have. Screen your customers and your clients, because we ain't in the time now to just be playing. Because a lot of people, they love the feel of having a business, but when you get in and do the work, and when they don't when they get in and have to work with you have to work with them on business. It's almost a headache a lot of times, because a lot of them in the past, I found this. I don't deal with this too much now, I'm just saying, but in the past I've had to it's just a straight headache, because people don't want to listen. They think they know more than you. And those kind of people, if you think you know more than me and you came to me, go on somewhere else, because I don't have time for it. And so you make sure that you are in alignment in that aspect. So that just is a little extra. I throw it out there to you too. Okay. Next mistake is not developing a marketing plan. I remember I had a situation one time before in my career, in my in my business, my strategy business planning with a business. They didn't want to do the marketing, but the organic traffic was not going to get it. You have to do that. Outside of the organic traffic, you have to market your business. You have to come up with ways. You have to run campaigns. You have to do a lot other things. And then creating the things for marketing, there's a lot involved in business development. So you have to be ready mentally if you want to go to the next step. You can't be double dutching this thing in business. You can't be double dutching it, trying to do a little bit here today and do a little bit here next week. And all of these excuses you make more excuses about your business than you should. But if there is an event coming, or somebody's coming in the concert and all this kind of stuff, I bet you what, you're running to the hills when you're helping them build wealth for their family. Ain't nothing wrong with entertainment sometimes. There's nothing wrong with doing doing things for yourself, because I do them for myself, and I go places and I do things. But this is the strip need to flip, because mainly entertainment is a lot of you guys' priority, not getting to the next level. So you have money for what you want to have it for. So don't allow people to come and, if you servicing them or you giving them a product, don't allow them to undercut you, because they spend money where they want to spend it. And I said it, and I'm done with it, and I ain't gonna change it. Okay. Now, next mistake that you should not make, and it might be more than 7. So sorry if I'm going over. Okay. So, but I want to give you some. Underfunding your business. And then, like I said, starting off with that, you sometimes, if you don't sit down and write out that business plan and see what it's going to cost you, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain, that it may run, and then it may be, that it may happen for you. In a sense, that's what it's saying. So you have to make sure that you are clear on what it's going to cost you to start a business. Because if you get in there and you thinking, oh, I'm going to get loans and I'm going to get grants and all this kind of stuff, a lot of things that was going to qualify you for those opportunities, you haven't even looked at. You haven't even looked at your credit to see where your personal credit is with business. And a lot of you have been told these lies about, oh, we can get loans and all these credit cards, and we can get business loans and all this kind of stuff. There is a science behind all of that. And then sometimes you can't get the business credit starting right off. You have to build a relationship with a bank before they do that for you. So make sure that you are aware of that. Okay. And then one of the other mistakes that you make in starting a business is you targeting the wrong audience. Everybody is not your customer. Everybody don't want what you have. You don't take the time to research what you need to research, and you don't take the time to learn what you need to learn. You need to get a tablet, piece of paper, pencil, whatever, and however it is, and you need to get something like this here, and then you need to start researching and doing and writing down and seeing, okay, who are the people that I'm looking for? Who are my audience? What is going on? And then create your marketing campaign around those kind of people. Or to create, there's a lot that have to be done. That's why I said you got to know what your price your services. You got to know what you're servicing. You got to know what you got to price these things, because if you just out here especially if you're offering the service, like with me, I know what I have to do to make something work for a client. And if I tell them my price and they don't want to pay it, we can chop it up and do. We can chop it up over payment plan. But if they don't want it, then guess what? They're not my customer, because I am not going to work like a Hebrew slave and do this work for someone. And then I'm going to help them get their business up and running. And they're going to make a few $1,000s off the bat. And then as the momentum going, and then they already know the pretty much they already know the skill set to do it. You got that, and you have that forever, and you don't think I'm going to get my money's worth out of it. Oh, the devil is a liar. No, and you shouldn't either. Okay, all right. All right, the next thing is the mistake that you should make is you don't need to you avoid contracts. Don't avoid contracts. Make sure anybody that I work with is contractual. Okay, this is exactly what we gonna do. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. This is exactly what you're gonna get. If there are any questions before we go further, let me know. That's what you have to do. That way, in the back end of everything, in the grand scheme of things, you don't have to have any drama in your business. And this also protects you in the long run. It protects you from a lot of lawsuits. It can protect you from a lot of things. It can protect you from people saying that, lying on you. It's in writing and they sign the document or whatever the case may be. Then guess what you have to do? You got the proof to show it. So don't be afraid of contracts. Don't be afraid of, even if you have an employees, even if you're having somebody contracting with you 1099 or whatever, let people know exactly what they need to expect. I just say that don't leave anybody in the blind when you're doing business. That is the most ethical and morally way you need to do business with people nowadays, more than ever before. There's no handshaking and all of this stuff. You better have that in writing. Okay. And that's what you got to do. So now I think that is all I have for this, the 7 mistakes. And I hope that this can help you to kind of decide and determine just what you need to do to get to the next level in your business. Don't play with these people, because these mistakes, if you can avoid them, you will be on your way to success on another level. Okay. All right. So that's all I wanted to say to you on this Friday. Please don't play with your next level. Please be all that you can be. Please live this life to the fullest. I know so many people that are not here today. And every time I look at someone that I know that have gone on and transitioned on and gone and being with the Lord. Okay. So we want to give, and we want to be living on purpose every day we're here able to breathe. So don't stop doing what you're doing. Don't stop being the best you can be, and don't stop growing. Continue to grow, continue to be that better person that I know that God created you to be, because he didn't create anything bad. It's just that we got acclimated with all of this stuff in the world, and that's why some of us are not operating in who we really are now. Okay. So, I believe that. I just do believe that the creator created us to be marvelous, positive, great, and not harming anybody, but the world and the evil forces and everything else just got in the way. Okay. And some of us wasn't strong enough to succumb and overcome them. And I know everybody's situation is different. It's some things that makes it so harder than others to bounce back from things. I do know that, drug addiction, and there's so many other things that we go through. I have empathy and sympathy for those situations, but here again, let's just be all that we can be if we can help it. And if we know somebody that is going through some tough times in their lives and some tough situations, let's be there for them and just don't beat them in the ground. Okay. All righty. And maybe you might be the one that can help them turn themselves around, because they have that support system that they probably out there looking for and need. And maybe they don't want to say anything to you. Okay. All righty. All right. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a beautiful day. Bye. Take care.